So it was supposed to be the biggest dream home in Corpus Christi, Texas. It was 13,000 square feet, had 20 rooms, 10 bathrooms, a kitchen on every floor, an elevator, a beautiful concrete staircase in the front. It was the house that was going to be the envy of the city. But after 9 years of remaining half done, the house was eventually torn down. Turned out that first floor was uneven. That beautiful staircase in the front was sinking. Yeah, they had built too much house on too little foundation. Got me thinking about the story that Jesus tells in Matthew 7 about a wise man who builds on a rock and a foolish man who builds on the sand. Now, you might not tell any difference between the two houses in those times if the weather was fine. When everything's going well, people think, hey, it doesn't matter if I'm only listening to Jesus and not really following through on everything. But when storm time comes, that's when everything gets messed up. Because the wise man hears and does the words of Jesus. That's the guy who built on the rock. But the foolish one only hears and then doesn't put it into practice. He doesn't do what Jesus says. And as a result of that, he's on the sand. His foundation is sand. And he's building too much life on too little foundation. And that's revealed when the storm comes. And you know what? Everybody gets hit with the storm. Whether they are building on sand or building on a rock, everybody gets hit by the storm. And we have financial storms. We have physical storms where our bodies break down, relational storms where things aren't going right in our life with family and friends. Just across the board, we're all going to face those really traumatic times where it's going to shake us. And the issue is, have we put into practice the words of Jesus? Because only then are we going to stand. Because that storm reveals a lot about our life. The foolish man, his house gets wiped out. It says the wind blew against it, the rain fell down, the floods came up, and his house was wiped out, and it was a terrible disaster. That's the difference, right? Well, Proverbs 14:23 says, hard work brings profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. That's exactly what Jesus is getting at in a spiritual sense, in our whole life sense. With everything that we do, if we're just good talkers and we don't really put it into practice, trouble's coming. And when that trouble comes, it's going to be devastating. And guess what? Storm time is no time to start trying to shore up the foundation. The time to shore up the foundation, and the wise understand this, is right now.